Shalom and good day all, this is Tehillim29 back again for another indie comic review. And in this indie comic review, I'll be covering issue number 1877 of the 84 page, The Phantom. And starting off with first things first, does this cover in any way, shape or form connect to something that is happening inside with the stories that we see inside it? I'll show you one thing and then I'll give my rating. So as you can see here, it's a full wraparound cover, to which I give a 7.5 out of 10. And what you do see there, in relation to the imprints that are in this particular issue, are actually in the story, to which I give it a 7.5 out of 10. Now it's time to move into the area of the internal art, as there are two stories in this. I'll be showing art from both of them around the beginning, middle, and of course the end. And then I'll move into the area of the art rating, and then finally into the area of the story rating. So the first story covers the adventures of Lucy Carey, and what we sort of like learn in relation to the character of Lucy Carey. We learn that her grandfather has also had a connection with the Phantom of the past, sort of like also the Phantom's other Phantom. So basically, they've had like a bit of a generational connection with the Phantom. And you get to see like some of the events to which the Carey family has interacted with the Phantom. We do seem to get some quite nice art throughout here, as it's quite a long story. Of course, we start to... I'm doing my best to bring it towards the end. We, of course, meet some other characters outside of Lucy Carey, and also Kit Walker, the Phantom. Of course, we jump into the story of the Outlaws, to which we get to see quite a bit happening here. For some things, we don't actually learn some of the locations, but we're sort of like stuck trying to work out where some of the locations are taking place. But I must admit, I did quite enjoy the art for the Outlaws. And last but not least, slightly towards the end. So the overall story rating, the overall art rating is a 7 out of 10. Next is the area of the story rating. So we've got the first story, which is the adventures of Lucy Carey, to which I gave a... hold on a moment, I need to move into the area of the things that make up the story. So we've got the area of time, as well as location and cast of characters. I'm jumping a little bit ahead here. I'm wanting to go directly into the story ratings. First is the area of time. I would like some of the things that were interesting in both of the stories. So we had 75 years ago, many years ago. We also had 1870 to 1915, 1908 and 1910, and also the next morning being used within both of the stories. The locations that we got to see was the jungle, the deep woods, of course the Phantom headquarters, and last but not least, in the second story, it took place in Bolivia. Of course, the overall cast of characters, we had the Phantom, of course, Kit Walker, the Phantom, Lucy Carey, and a bit of her family's backstory and their connection with the Phantom. We also had Cholly, Jamie, and Pedro. For as we move into the story rating for the first story, The Adventures of Lucy Carey, I give it a 6.5 out of 10. As for the backup story, I found I enjoyed it a little bit more than the first story, to which I gave it a 7.5 out of 10. Until then, let's keep it colourful and have yourself an awesome day.